On this episode of Agree to Disagree, we are actually going to watch the Jay-Z Time Magazine interview. He didn't want to sit down with Breakfast Club. He wasn't going to sit down with Charlamagne. He wasn't going to sit down with the hip-hop Oprah Joe Budden.
Nah.
He had to sit down with Time Magazine.
Time
We're going to see what new non-Hova Jay-Z has to say to Time Magazine.
Check it out.
Money, gotta have it. Make it disappear and bring it appear like magic. Money, gotta have it. Make it disappear and bring it appear like magic.
That's really not the goal. The goal is not to be successful and famous.
The goal is not to be successful and famous. Okay, let me think we're gonna turn this shit back.
This many people, we're all on the same page, right? So it's a conversation. It's like, I'm not rich, I'm
First of all, y'all clown
that
this dude for
space
sitting
and
the
then
way he's
disconnect from
sitting.
the culture. That's how it starts. This is what happens, and then you know what happened. You're on your own, and you see how that turned out. Okay, that's why that's a lie. Yeah, the pregnant pause. It's like, okay.
Was it a reminder too that the thing Boujee forgot? Maybe is that as rich as he was, as entitled as his life was, he was reminded very forcefully when he became the subject of a racial debate that he was also a black man, whether he accepted that or not.
That's right.
Was it also that message?
Yes, absolutely. And for us, like I'm saying, to speak to that point is, don't forget that, because that's really not the goal. The goal is not to be successful and famous. That's not the goal. The goal is, if you have a specific God-given ability, it's to live your life out through that, right? One. And two, we have a responsibility to push the conversation forward until we're all equal. Until we're all equal in this place, because until everyone's free, no one's free, and that's just the fact.
When you were as amazingly
Why this Jay-Z wasn't around when I was fucking 14,
kids
15?
were living in a very
We needed
different
this Jay-Z
world
back
than the
then.
world you grew up in. How do you go about making sure that they understand the world you grew up in?
There's a delicate balance to that, right? Because you have to educate your children on the world as it exists today and how it got to that space. But my child doesn't need the same tools that I needed growing up. I needed certain tools to survive my area that my child doesn't need. They're growing up in a different environment. But also they have to know
You mean stop teaching your kids to be hood when they don't need to be. If you don't need to be hood, don't be
what it
hood.
took to get to this place.
No hood.
If you don't need to be. If you need to be, then okay. But if you don't need to be,
The most
be something
important
else.
thing, I think, out of all this is to teach compassion and to identify with everyone's struggle and to know these people made these sacrifices for us to be where we are and to push that forward for us. I believe that's the most important thing to show them, because they don't have to know things that I knew growing up, like being tough. Like,
Do you worry at all that as much as
alright, so more grown man discussions and shit. This is not Jay-Z's show, this is our show. Rapper Hostile, SL Perion. Look, we grew up. This is a higher knowledge hip hop show. So based on that, SL, what's popping in your mind as a topic of conversation?
Well, just after listening to this Jay-Z interview with Time Magazine, right?
Didn't sit down with Breakfast Club or the hip hop Oprah.
Joe Budden, right? Didn't definitely sit down.
No hip hop channel.
Time Magazine, for one, and I really I see a humble Jay-Z. I see really a Jay-Z that I've never really seen before, if that makes sense. At least outwardly. Like, at least, maybe he does have, heartfelt interviews certain from time to time, but his, I guess, humanitarian energy, or, I guess more caregiving energy is showing through as he's basically explaining to the interviewer, the white interviewer.
Who looks kind of might be black, maybe a little bit,
maybe I'm not sure.
Biracial, probably.
But yeah, he's definitely trying to explain, you know, his as far as, you know, how his children will be perceived, and I think having kids helped Jay-Z to see a lot of, you know, the error in his ways, and, you know, to be grown up. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, when they go through experiences, and the experiences change them, you know, sometimes, you know, for the worse, sometimes for the better. And hopefully, you know, with Jay-Z, it's just for the better. That was kind of a one big knock on Jay-Z for a lot of people, was that, you know, he's not really like too, like, I guess most people say conscious, if that makes sense. A lot of the themes in his music was very low level themes, and
Money Cash Hoes,
things like that.
This is Mr. Money Cash Hoes.
And people didn't want nothing like that to really forward the culture.
Popping and dropping, you know? Some of the hottest cars New York has ever
exactly.
seen.
Come on, man. So it's, you know, this is that Jay-Z. So it's, you know, it's a humble, look like a humble Jay-Z. You know, it's, you know, it's something that, like, yeah, man. I mean, if that relates to the music, if we get a 4.45, come on, I'll get.
But here's the sad truth, though. As much impact as Jay-Z would want to have on hip hop culture, which he actually seems to me genuine about this quote unquote woke phase that he's achieved. It actually does seem genuine. I believe it to be genuine. Does he fully care about each and every one of us as if he wants to give all of us money? No, he cares about us in a way that he wants to set the example so that the rest of us can get to his level, which is like impossible. But what the fuck ever, the whole concept is that the more black people who are like Jay-Z, the better this shit's gonna get. Right. So he wants to be the example for what we should reach for. But my criticism, Jay-Z, is that it's too late. This young generation don't care. They don't care about 444. They don't want to rock with it. They're not playing it. They're not listening to what it is that you're saying. Why? Because you waited too long. You waited too long.
You waited until after you lost the influence. You had the influence for so long, and now the influence has wavered away from you, and now you're putting out this material, which I don't know if it's more of a woke era or woke phase, or if it's merely everybody has something to say. You know what I mean? This is social media. Everybody's getting on camera on their phones, and everybody just have something that they want to say. So, and then that somehow gets interpreted as everybody's woke because somebody's just saying something in the camera and saying some facts, so that he must be woke. You see what I'm saying? So it's a loosely based term.
Yeah, it's a very vague term.
Very vague. So it's just something where I wouldn't even factor none of that stuff in there.
Okay.
But you know, as far as with Jay-Z, I mean, man, definitely waited too late. I mean, come on, man. It's like you should have been done did this, man. Like I was waiting for this when you had the influence, when you could have changed the direction of music for the better. You know what I mean? You arguably killed off DMX's career, arguably, you know what I mean, Beanie Siegel, you know what I'm saying? Arguably, all that talent, you know what I mean, with Rockefeller and a dynasty, all that, you know what I mean? It's just certain things where only Jay-Z is there, and then he has people that's around him that's not like him. And with the Jeezy and Rick Ross and signing these acts, when he could have signed some hot, upcoming fire. He could have changed it, but he chose not to.
Rhapsody. You know Rhapsody. She signed to Jay-Z's label. That's Jay-Z's artist.
But nobody cares about Jay. That's the whole point. Rhapsody is signing on some nostalgia type stuff. No, just for real. Jay-Z now is basically, that's a discussion right there. Is Jay-Z now nostalgia?
Wow.
Because it's like, it just, but the only,
real relevant.
But okay, if Jay-Z signed, wait a minute. Jay-Z is relevant in that sense. If somebody say, well, Jay-Z signed this, then yeah, somebody was like, okay, Jay-Z signed it. You know what I'm saying? but it's like, damn it, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a good excitement type. I want to see who this person is, but it's like, it's almost like it's going down.
So, with that said, let us know what you think. The new woke Jay-Z, is it good for hip hop? Is it bad for hip hop? Is it way too late? Is it right on time? Perfect time? Let us know what y'all think.
I mean, come on.
You
know what to do.
Money, gotta have it.